Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Heavenly Parent Holy Community Oceania Hundake with Reverend Yutaka Yamada on this day, Thursday, the 29th of April, the 18th day of March in the 9th year of Pyeong Hwa Gyeong. So let's begin, as always, with a bow to our Heavenly Parents and True Parents. Chariot, Kyombe, Paro. And let's recite our family pledge, both in Korean and English. Thank you.
가정맨세 5. 전인국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑을 중심하고 매일체적 전산세계와 대산적 지산세계의 통일을 향해 점진적 발전을 촉진할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 5. Our family, the owner of Pyeong Hwa Gyeong, pledges to strive every day to advance the unification of the spirit world and the physical world as subject and object partners by centering on true love. And I'd like to ask Tsunika Bab if she could offer the opening prayer.
Dearest Heavenly Parent and Heavenly Parent and humankind, thank you very much. Today we are here to receive a word from Reverend Yamada-san, and truly we think about that in this time. It's a very important time to every blessed family and also Ambassador Peace and all people together in this time, and especially it is blessing time, and also mothers wedding, holy wedding, a blessing, that's Memorial Day, and also to Parent Day, and also to Parent Day, and all the things happen and together mean all spiritual world now working harder to help us to do every day we do advance our movement towards spread all over the world, and also every corner of the world to spread good message through the blessed couple and peace ambassador. Please guide us today. We receive that excitement, and also we really need to encouragement from you, Heavenly Parent, and to do every day the activity in this. And thank you very much. Start the day, and I report James Central Kubab of all blessed Central family. Adieu.
Arju, thank you. Welcome everyone, and let's give a warm welcome to Reverend Yutaka as he shares Hundok with us this morning.
Good morning, our brothers and sisters. Thank you for coming today. Today is 77th day of our Hondoke. So almost to finish the second 40 day. Each time is so fast. We started this Hondoke in the first day of 9th year of Cheonikuk. So really time we can see how much time is flying. Really going well. So now in Korea, there are many kind of events centering on true parents' holy wedding anniversary. So last Sunday, we had a blessing ceremony. And this Tuesday, there was also the true parents' holy wedding anniversary, 61st holy wedding anniversary, and 54 Heavenly Parents Day, 62 True Parents Day, pledge service, and also completion of the framework of Cheonong-gun. So many kind of Providence event is going on, and from today there is international leadership conference in each region is organized for the ILC online. So 8 different pillar, 8 different association prepare together with VIP, VVIP for the seminar from today for 3 days. That's why in Asian Pacific side, also many VIP joining together, and also Reverend Stone and Reverend John, and many also leaders coming together. So please join, and we can see how our VIP level leaders is really investing and coming together for our true mothers. So this is start from today. So please join together. So in Korea, Turmada is calling to inviting for our regional president, and she is giving the special message from April 26 is first time, and yesterday and this morning also Turmada called them. Especially Mother is listening the each regional president report what's going on each nation. And this morning, Dr. Kito and President Hori will share those things about Korea from 8 a.m. Korean time. So all leader please join Zoom, and also our blessed family, if you are available, you can also join together and listen the latest news in Korea. And also some of you are listening our Dr. Yeon's morning fundoke, I think. How many people is listening? Many of you listening or not so much? Okay, thank you. From yesterday, he is giving the Turmada's latest message, which Turmada gave the special message to regional president. So not today, but later, I will correct that Turmada's latest message, and also I will want to share to our brothers and sisters in Oceania. So we need to learn in the history and God's word, but in the same time in the latest reality mother, which is the mother's focus now. What is the heavenly parents' focus now? Those things also need to know together. That's why next time I will combine together and share to everyone. Okay, so anyway, time is really going on. So yesterday we share about the true parents' message about the Yankee Stadium. So that time 50,000 people gather, many kind of situation was happen. Then their father came to the stage and gave the message. So how is that true parents' message? Is that okay? Mother's autobiography tells also father's message. Especially Yankee Stadium contents, he emphasized about America so much, right? America's mission, God's hope for America, and America's role, America's background. But true parents always reading, centering on the center of the nation and special purpose. And those messages, even talking about America, but those messages not only American people themselves. Even to the parents talking, looking at your eyes, you looking at yourself and talking to you. That's why please also imagine how true Father is talking one by one through those messages. Then really can imagine or can catch this to the parents' message. So I hope today also we will continue to read our Yankee Stadium one, then we could see how much battle or investment was there at that moment, and what kind of really message he tried to deliver to the people. So let's continue that. Let us look at America it is most important that we know whether the United States of America was conceived by God or not. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my firm belief that the United States of America was indeed conceived by God. So dear Father's confidence, conviction is strong about the nation of America. How he can give this kind of strong message? Your nation was conceived by God, prepared by God, because continuously Father pray and really search, where is God's hope? What is God's hope? That's why Father could understand the behind the providence and continuously ask and confirmation. Father always find and research and getting confirmation, and he proclaim. This is the providence. That's why really have to see, have to find and gain the confirmation. Once get the confirmation, then really he will lead strongly the nation and the providence. There were, however, two kinds of people among your forebears. One kind came to this land seeking wealth. The other kind came to this land seeking God and freedom. They dreamed of building a new nation with God at its center. If the former had become the mainstream of America, there would have been far greater strife, division, and struggle between the different races and national groups. The United States would have been filled with unrighteousness and injustice from the beginning. However, God intervened. What kind of people built that nation? The motivation or starting point is actually important. And those starting moment and motivation will be deciding for the future and the future faith. So when we study the history, this is really important. Our starting history in our each nation. Who is the beginning person and what kind of vision and what kind of plan was there? Of course, people is not the original person. I mean the foreign people. There is also Satan's lineage, and there is also not perfect, but also there is a plan and there is wishes in each nation together. So when we see the history, there is some kind of hope and wishes. When we read the Korean's national anthem, Korean national anthem is also singing about God every time. And Korea is God's nation, God's chosen people. So those things also there. So I'm not sure each nation starting point or founding time or ancestors, there is a theory, some kind of message, some kind of wishes there. Of course, there is many kind of war, struggling, battle, or killing, or miserable situation also together. But even miserable situation, even painful situation, but surely there is a meaning that there is also God's will, even suffering, even miserable situation behind of history. That's why how we can understand, how we can get the message, and how we can connect with God's heart and God's will. Korea also received 40 years the Japanese occupation. They suffered, but through those things also there was God's plan. 400 years suffering of Christianity in the beginning. There is many persecution, but there is also God's plan to preparation for new history and to understand another painful people's heart. That's why even miserable or suffering situation, history was there. But not only the one aspect of suffering, but behind of that, how much Heavenly Parents is cry together, how much really Heavenly Parents is waiting and patient together. So all history, we have to listen we have to find and connect well. Therefore, of all the immigrants, that righteous people of God who are to find their proper place as leaders in America, all the different races and nationalities of the world harmonized in the land to create God-centered families, churches, and the nation of America. Your forebears set the beautiful tradition of America. So America, this nation itself, is really prepared together with culture, together with many nationality, together with many races, coming, living, and harmonize. This is God's hope and God's plan. How about America now? I don't know, American brothers and sisters is here? Yes, how is America?
Yes,
Good?
yes.
So America is going right way now?
America's a mess. Mess.
Situation.
Yes, it's Father called Washington the washing machine, and we're being washed of our sins, our corruption, drugs, racism. We're in the last cycle of a washing machine cycle.
Washing machine cycle. So continuously have to wash well,
Yeah.
wash and to be clean.
Yes.
Yes. America have a really great mission or God's hope and God's expectation. That meaning is, how about Satan's expectation? Is also same. There is Satan's hope also there. We are talking about God's hope for America, but in the same time, there is Satan's hope for America together to destroy the world. That's why in the frontline person, frontline nation, those kind of situation is coming together. So Father went to America and tell them, I am the doctor and I am the firefighter to tell you again, to revive again. So he's organized those kind of a rally to tell them. So America, even washing machine situation, but America have to stand well. And those messages also not only for America. Australia, how is Australia? Australia is now going well, centering on God's will or God's plan, or have to put into washing machine also, Australia.
Yes, I think it needs a washing machine as well.
Need washing machine also. Yeah. New Zealand is okay, doing well. No need washing machine.
We absolutely need.
Yeah, New Zealand
We are the
also.
washing machine.
Yeah. We have to be the washing machine. Yeah. Solomon Island is okay. Yes. So each nation, that's why those messages, even talking about America, but really same things how our nation, how we can revive through Father showing us.
Solomon need a lot of.
Okay, Solomon needs a lot of washing machine also. We will help together. We will wash together. So Father is talking how really encourage and telling and giving message to American people, but this is showing the model. Those things we also should do in each nations to tell them to revive Australia and revive Solomon Island, revive Samoa, right? Then we have to be the firefighter and we have to become the doctor to them. So those message, how Father is telling the vision and your identity. America is originally, those kind of God's plan is there. How about now? You are still have same vision and plan. Please stand up. Let's stand up and to connect with God again. This is really the Father's message. Look at your own family. Most families have the virtue of a distinct international character. If your lineage has been in America for some time, if it probably unites many different nationalities in your bloodstreams, many kind of blood are blended together. Nations that used to be enemies have united in your blood when the individual and families that transcend racial and national barriers, gather together to create a church, a society, and a nation. That nation will become God's ideal nation for all peoples. So Americans' blood lineage, family, or churches, or people, already there are many kind of blood lineages coming together and have a connection with the another nationalities. That's why Father emphasizing about the identity of the people, and also there is the unity inside of yourself, inside of church and families. When you see yourself, how many blood lineages is connecting together? Your lineage is totally pure lineage, only your nationality, or mixing already? Already so many nationality, right? I don't know, in Australia or another nation, my friend, someone tell me, someone did the DNA check. I don't know, maybe Reverend John, you had the DNA test, right? Then already you can see the ancestors, many kind of blood lineage, right?
Actually, my daughter did it, and so that way she could get both parents. And yes, I'm in the Middle East, and she's just in Japan. Yeah.
So many kind of lineage together.
Mm.
So when we see our lineage itself, there is also our ancestor together, maybe enemies lineages together, and our same group, same nation's lineage together. So myself, inside of myself, already some kind of the international or some kind of really microcosm existence, cosmic existence by myself already. That's why there is also struggling together. But if we unite together, already we can become the symbol of nation of God. So actually each person's identity is important. So Father is emphasize your lineage, yourself actually already prepared God's child. There is only one nation like this in all of history, the United States of America. It is apparent that this unique nation of America is the creation of God. The people of America have come from every corner of the world. To be an American does not depend upon what race you are, what belief you have, or what cultural background you are from. It is only in this nation that no matter where you are from, you can say, this is my country, this is America. So how much also Father's expectation, God's expectation is big to America. America is microcosm of the world, transcending nationalities and race. America has created a model for the ideal world. God himself had purposely hidden this land of America from the rest of the world until his time was full. And then upon this land, God raised up this model nation. In his providence, God anointed America with oil. He poured out abundant blessing upon this land. In a short 200 years, God raised this nation to be the mightiest nation on earth. When we see American history, history itself is really, really short, just 200 years. Of course, there is some another ancestor, but main nation, national starting time is just short period of time, 200 years. So really this land itself was hidden so long time. And finally, God chose this nation to create as God's nation. So starting point is that the Puritan came to America and revive America and create America. So each nation, there is God's special plan and special role. That kind of a big God's expectation and plan. That's why challenging difficulty is really mostly severe situation will come and also attacking this nation of America. So we could see there are many kind of good point, but in the same time, there are many kind of challenging point. How really we can encourage them and stand them. If they can totally unite with God's will, God's hope, then this nation can do everything more than another country. That much strong will, strong wish, strong hope was there. So really we have to see. So the father could understand this God's will. That's why the parents went to America more than 30 years, totally focused centering on the American nation until around 2000, I think 2001, totally focused for America to revive and to change the nation and to let them understand their responsibility. Blessing is not only blessing. God's hope is not only just good point. There is big blessing. That meaning is there is big responsibility together. And they can fulfill responsibility. Those blessings will be fulfilled and to share to others. So how about our each nations? You want to receive big blessing? Even family level also same. In family level, do you want to receive many blessings in your family? You know, the meaning is this. Many blessing is coming, meaning is also many kind of responsibility is coming. But responsibility is good things. Responsibility is actually also the blessing and the gift. If we have many kind of responsibility, many kind of role, that much you can receive blessing and you can connect with God more. So how responsibility coming? We should avoid or not, or happily accept or not. So those kind of blessing and responsibility together, this is great things. So when we read the Father's message, we could see many kind of message or expectation for America, right? So when we see this one, we could see how much Father understand the national background and national history. Then how we can find this kind of a special message in toward your nation, toward Australia, toward New Zealand and Samoa, how we can understand special message from God, special message from our two parents. That's why we have to find and study again through Father's special message. When Father came to Australia 1992, right, in the beginning, do you know how many hours Father gave the message in Sydney? How many hours Father gave message that time? Who joined the first meeting with True Father in Australia?
Yes.
Yeah, many of you, right?
Yeah.
Yes. How many hours he gave message?
It was 7.
7 hours.
I think.
So usually when he read the message, his speech content is maybe 1 hour contents, written message. But he's added more 6 hours message additionally for Australia. Then what we should do? How we can see the future of Australia? How we can see the role of Australia? We have to study again this Father's message. You join that place historically to join the 7 hours with through parents. This is really great historical person you are. Then what kind of message do you remember that time? Someone remember in Sydney? 7 hours through Father gave message to you. Some message, do you remember? Even one sentence, do you remember? Or even one word, do you remember?
The third world begins in Oceania.
Yes.
He started about women as well.
Wow, great already. Main summary there.
Also, he set up the
Oceania Mobile Witnessing Team. So at that time, he talked about how to go about witnessing in Australia and Oceania.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's good.
Talked
So,
about sending out, getting divine principle books and
okay.
lending them out to people as a witnessing method. Yeah.
Okay. Father emphasized that. Oh, that's good.
I have received the personal message near 2 hours personally. Father gave message, and Father said, if you look your wife, you can find out in her chest your smiling face, and also wife looking at you, she can find out smiling husband face, like true unity, husband and wife. Father give us message personally.
So personal message, maybe special important message for you and also for everyone. So if we receive this kind of God's message, Father's message, really we have to, even we should fundok every day about those messages also, remind again and really find again. Father, how many nations through Father visited in Oceania? Already he went to New Zealand, right? How many hours he gave the message in New Zealand that time? Many hours?
1992.
Yeah, even any time.
Jeff, I think Jeff is not in New Zealand at the time.
No, I was not in New Zealand then.
Now,
I don't think any of us here on Hundok Hay were in New Zealand at that time.
92, I was here, but I don't think he gave a long speech. It would have been in the hotel to the family members.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, in New
About
Zealand,
5 hours anyway.
spoke all through the night. I don't know. That was maybe not 1992, but he spoke all through the night and just left for the airport. That's what I was told in New Zealand. Yeah.
That was 1992, because that's when he also wrote the calligraphy in New Zealand at that time as well. So it was he spoke all night on that occasion.
You mean whole night till Father speak in New Zealand?
I heard. He spoke all night and went straight from speaking to the airport, as Greg said.
Wow, that's great.
I think Peter Holden was there.
So this really, those messages really the treasure in the history. Our future generation cannot get anymore. And if our generation cannot keep, if doesn't keep those special messages to each nation, really lose the special truths or hope in each country. That's why if really whole day, if Father speak, meaning is that much deep investment, because Father know he cannot come to the nation every time. That's why once he meet that person, he really pour the whole investment. So I had one time in some American story, some member of parliament came to America to meet through Father and asked through Father to give message. Then Father started to talk not only political matter, talking about the absolute faith, absolute sex to the member of parliament, not only short time period, whole hours. The many people say, Father, maybe those are VIP, they have to go, better to give short. You know what Father say? My relationship, my moment with them is maybe only this time. If I don't give this message, I cannot make relationship with them forever. That's why I will give this message. I will spend time with this person together. So giving those message. So when he came to each nation, he surely gave the special message in Samoa, in also the Solomon Island, really our generation, we have to correct everything and we have to fundok and study again. Then we have to see what really God's hope for each nation. And this is the one we should fulfill. And we should really offer the victory. And this is the secret and key, how to convince these national people and how to change these nations. So really through Father's message, even talking about the Yankee Stadium, but how much Father is putting message and he could understand the background of American history and people and give the message. So we have to really learn and find again and connect again. So anyway, today, this is also middle part. And yet today also share about through Father's this Yankee Stadium message. Even main point is emphasizing of America, but through Father's message, we could connect our nation and also ourselves. How much heaven's wish, heaven's hope is together. And now Turmada is connecting and inheriting and working together with all God's plan in order to conclude within one generation. So Turmada is really seriously leading and giving the message to all leaders, regional president, blessed families, all peoples. Please come together to welcome heavenly parents and to become victory and to make our ideal nation and ideal world. Mother's seriousness is there. That's why our brothers and sisters also come together to learn together, to commit together, and to offer the victory, our heavenly parents and true parents. So today also we learn our Father's message, to pray well, and to find the main message to each of us. So thank you very much once again to join this Hundoke. Let's have a great day. Thank you very much. 감사합니다.
Thank you very much, Reverend Yutaka. As always, so enlightening and helping us to see, the situation today, and sharing about how True Father is really, opening up the way. And I like the concept of the washing machine, and
Love you.
like what Dana said about Holy Spirit being the detergent. Yes, so open it up to whoever likes to share first. Yes, Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, hi guys. Lots of things to say, but I won't go on too long. Just to give you some hope, I don't know if people still understand that things are not over in America. Actually, on Monday, they were due to start a recount in one county of the election to be televised worldwide. There's cameras set up everywhere. And the Kane federal government has literally 100 lawyers trying to stop this. So they had delayed a day or two. Now this is going to go on and they're expecting to find 100,000 illegal votes in one county. So once this happens, within the next few months, you'll see this election overturned. So things are not stopped, things are going ahead. And I know that the history of America is very sordid, but as they were saying, God is going to bring America back to his original foundation, and that's going to happen very soon. It won't be tomorrow, but things are still going on. There's a lot happening, and the Kane side are completely freaked out because this is not stopped. They're working hard, and you're going to see big changes very soon. The other thing I'd like to say quickly is we're talking about foundations here, and America's foundation is based on freedom. So when you talk about religious freedom in America, you hit a very strong base. And although Australia does and has followed America's development right from the beginning, actually, right from the foundations, all the spiritual things that have happened in America have happened a month or so after here too, spiritual revivals, everything. But the foundation here is different. And the foundation I know we're very multicultural here now, but the movement, the way to move our original founders is to defend unrighteous oppression, you know, the underdog. That is the Australians, when they find out someone's been unduly persecuted, they will stand behind you beyond race, beyond anything. So same as our native people have been unduly oppressed, and the more we find out about that, the more that the righteous foundation of our nation will stand up spiritually to defend that. So I just want to make that point, because religious freedom doesn't mean a lot here, but that kind of foundation really moves Australians. It moves the Australian underlying spirit. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Chris. Abel, go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, from Douglas and ladies. Yeah, just want to say a small message. Yeah, as father was supposed to come to Vanuatu, but because of too many persecutions, and he haven't made it. But I remember when mother came to Vanuatu, what message that she had left for this for Vanuatu is that she said, as a parent, have many children, but out of the children, she had a heart for one best child. So she was referring to a nation. So that was the time she was talking about that she had a heart for Vanuatu. So I still remember that message. So yeah, I'm really proud of that message, and I'm thinking of it as if we can work together, we can really make an offer for mother so she can be happy. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Abel. Yes, Arnold, go ahead. Yeah, okay. Yes, Arnold, we can see your hand up, but please go ahead.
Uncle John, good morning. It's me, not Arnold. Now I'm using Arnold's mobile.
Okay, all right, Rex.
It's Mr. Rex.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Arnold. Good morning. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you, Rex. Go ahead. Can hear.
Cannot hear?
No, can hear. Okay.
We can hear.
All right. Okay. Good morning. Thank Gregson. So, anyway, I just want to share my understanding about what the True Father was doing. Since as we know, True Father has while he was on here, he invested so much millions of dollars for the VIPs, conferences, all this. We know all this. So, but sometimes our members wonder why a True Father have to invest so much money. Even these VIPs, they don't recognize him, they don't follow him, but still Father keep investing so much money. I believe even through children also they also may be complaining about this. But I just understood that at the time of Jesus, Jesus came as the King of Kings. As a king, he should be recognized or lifted by any of the head of state or of government at the time. It didn't happen. And when Jesus was in front of Pilate, in French they call Pilate the king, but he at that last minute he washed his hand. If at the time actually if he could declare that Jesus was the Son of God, surely at the time Jesus should stand as a King of Kings, because any of the king of this world lifted him. So we didn't understand that that was a true father's investment, why true father was pouring all these monies. But at the end, our father's last prayer, we know father prayed that he has accomplished everything. Means our father went, he was lifted as a King of Kings. Why? I think we, Oceania, we should just realize and be proud because of our former Prime Minister, Danny Philip. We know the story. Danny Philip went bow to a true father in Korea. We know this. From that time, that father was recognized as a King of Kings in the world. So that even the father said that God will set in Oceania. So basically, it substantially happened. True father was lifted as a King of Kings. So from Honorable Danny Philip. So that time, if father go, it's okay. That portion of King of Kings was substantially realized. So, and I think maybe, I'm not sure Uncle Greg Stone or Uncle John should know. After that event, father had a Hundokwe with the leaders, where Dr. Kim was in the Hundokwe. Then, through father asked Dr. Kim, so what is his mind? What is his thinking? So Dr. Kim's answer was that father to make Solomon become the first Chonbuk nation. So for this, father stayed about more than 20 minutes. Father didn't say anything. Then after then, father said, okay, it doesn't matter what Korea, our true parent, homeland, Korea must be the first Chonbuk nation. Korea have to be the first Chonbuk nation. So we even never think we of every nation, we claiming to become a Chonbuk nation. Unless Korea realize this, then certain selection can happen. There will be a second, third, to this and that. So that's why at the moment, True Mother is working for the reunification of North and South Korea. Why? Because Korea is so strategic. Korea is our true parents' nation. So we need to put our heart and mind to work together, but for Korea unification to happen as soon as possible. So at my thinking, another way for this to make it much easier, so that's why heavenly mission is so important. The more we liberate our ancestors, the more the spiritual condition become much lighter, and it can happen much easier. So this is my concept. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Rex. Yeah. Yes, Chris, you put your hand up again.
Sorry, just quickly, look, the extension of what I said was for true parents. If you prove to people of Australia that they've been unduly persecuted, that's what I believe will move this nation. It wasn't just about our native people, but that's the point I was trying to make, that if we can show people that they've been unjustly persecuted, I believe that will really ignite the spirit in this nation. Okay, thank you. Sorry, too much talking.
Okay, thanks, Chris. Yes, Reverend Issa, go ahead.
What true parents' expectation or vision toward Oceania? Only on my vision, I saw true parents in Marshall Island. He stayed 5 days, year 2000, and he said in the public speech with banquet with VIP, he said, Oceania is some extension of Asia, part of Asia, what father said. And also, if I stay here a couple of months, I'll be like you. because father's face is like a, yeah, a little bit, like Taiwanese, something, the mountain places, and a little bit dark. So his father looks like externally. And what father didn't say so much, but what did, and while it stay in Marshall Island, we can see, ocean-oriented culture and ocean-oriented education, because father made high school Pacific, and also they gave good go boat. This is for educate youth. Yeah, for good go boat. Original motivation of father give two boat to 10 nations is for educate youth. So ocean-oriented education, ocean-oriented life, like this we can live, by fisheries, fishing and production, like infrastructure, like economy, and also the spiritual education through the oceanic, culture, and part of Asia. Something Asia means like more family, or more harmonized. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Ito. We've got two people. First Greg and then Kenji. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, just following up from what Rex said about Danny Phillips bowing 3 full bows in Chonjonggung to true parents, signifying King of Kings. I was with Sir Alan Kemakeza, the previous one of the previous prime ministers, when in the main hall at Chonpyong, we were celebrating the coronation of God's kingship. There was 2 thrones, true father and true mother, and behind was 2 more thrones for God. And Sir Alan Kemakeza was with us. He was next to me. They put on a kind of a robe with pink, like a holy robe on him, and all of us were there, and we bowed. So I think he was prime minister at the time, or maybe deputy prime minister. But anyway, there's a lot of significance, I think, in those kind of gestures. So I just want to, not many people know about that, but that was another like prime minister of Solomon Islands who bowed to true parents. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Kenji.
Yeah. I just would like to share the experience that I had when I as the national leader of the Fiji, tried to foster the true parents in Fiji, 2005. Anyway, most of you know that the true parents, their plane was rejected and went back to the Samoa. And so we prepared everything in the top the hotel in Diana Island in Fiji. And all the preparation came to naught as true parents couldn't enter. So anyway, a lot of the tears we shared together with all the brothers and sisters, including Chihiro-san, as I see the Chihiro-san today. Anyway, then we were asked to go back to the New Zealand where true parents came. And all the fantastic event they finished, then true parents they called us, they all together, and I came with my wife to the New Zealand from the Fiji, and Dr. Yon asked us to stand up in front of the true parents, and just I couldn't put my heads up in front of true parents as what we have done. I mean, couldn't really force the true parents, and I thought that so we would be scored. But what Father said was that keep the tradition properly. That's what the Father said. And then after that, true parents, they mobilized the 3 disciples, such as Reverend Wonpil Kim. Of course, the Reverend Hugh Won was already went to spirit world, but Reverend Wonpil Kim and Reverend Yonghui Kim was the mobilized to come over New Zealand to share the early days experience with true parents. And we were very fortunate, New Zealand members received the testimonies from the Reverend Wonpil Kim and Reverend Yonghui Kim directly. At the time, I remember Reverend Wonpil Kim was actually came with the wheelchair even, but Reverend Wonpil Kim just saying that as father asked, just simply came over here, something like that. So yeah, that's the experience that we had with the true parents. Thank you.
Thank you. Actually, it's time now to offer our unison prayer. I'll just share the screen. Okay. Let's begin. Ju. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day. And, let's support the ILCs. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Have a blessed day.
Good to see you.
Victory, victorious day. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. God bless.
God bless, team.